There. Alright. It works if I turn on the mic when I'm about to start. So, hello everyone. Welcome. It is Wednesday. Welcome. My name is Casey. Welcome to Hope Miniature Painting Hobby Hangout. A few little things before I get started. I decided to switch my schedule around. Yeah, I don't need a mic. I'll do like move my hand around or something. Little bunny foo-foo. Anyways, hey Thomas, how you doing tonight? All right, getting through some things. First off, with some announcements. I am changing my schedule. I'm taking the 2 streams a day. At the camera. How's that? Does that work? As I was saying, I had the 2 streamings a day, Monday through Friday, at 12 to 2 and then 7 to 9. I'm switching it to Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 to 9. So I won't be so much, but so I can work on other projects. And the majority of my Twitch streams will be personal projects, not commission pieces. So I decided I'm going to start tonight with one that I've been wanting to work on for a while. So here we go. It's a big one. We're going to work on, get that into frame here, Smaug from Games Workshop. Yeah, see, it's so big it doesn't even get in on the picture. So, let me work on the camera real quick, and let's get that, bring that up. Hold on one second. Nope, it'll be Hobby Tuesdays on Twitch. The reasoning with that, Thomas, is because the time that I had doing that was around the time that my kids got out of school, and so it'd be real hectic to juggle that around. So I decided to not do that anymore. Not host it, but it's still available there at the store. You can come here and watch me do hobby stuff and ask questions. Let's bring out the camera a bit more here. Because he's a big guy. Right. He still won't fit in the frame. I'll just go ahead and take pieces out from the bots and put them here. We can work on it. Hold on one second, guys. Just readjusting things here. Okay. Let's see here. Looks like I got about 4 viewers tonight. So besides me and you guys, there might be some new people in here. So welcome. So you can hear the music okay, Tom? The background music I got going. Yes, hello new people. Feel free to join in the chat. All right. Unveiling. I have yet to open this pot, the bots. So it is huge. Really big. Alright, I turned it down a bit, so is it better now? Alright, we'll keep it at that. Alright, so we'll start with this and just kind of show off what we got here. I'll do my best to keep the majority of it in the camera. That is one of the wings. Yeah, it is huge. This is Forge World resin, so I haven't actually got a chance to work with it yet. Yes, it is an airbrush candidate. I feel comfortable with my airbrushing that I will be using that on this guy. So there's the other side, the outside. Has just wonderful detail on it. So, not sure how I want to do this here. Alright, we'll just go ahead and look at all the pieces. Why not? No, this is probably the size of a knight is just the wing. So here's the other wing. No, it will not be Smaug big. Hopefully you can see just the detail of the scales right here and the veining. The veins sculpted into the wing. It's just so beautiful. So we got two wings. Up to the side I'm going to have a box just put the stuff in. Hold on a minute. Got a bunch of little containers here. Open those up in a minute. Alright, so what's this little piece? There's another big piece. Oh, this is the base that he stands on most of. So here's the base. All the gold, some chests right here, these pieces. This is where the pillars will go. Excuse me. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. All the detail on it. From what I understand, when they sculpted it, they sculpted all these are just very small little bits of the resin that they piled up on just a small little coins. Some shields. Thank you for posting that. So, the new people that are viewing, first time here, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Let us know that you're here. And if you like what you see, please consider to follow so you can get updates of when I stream again. A lot of bubble wrap on this. No, it's not solid gold, Tom. But this here's the his torso. All the detail on that. Well, we got some broken spikes. That's okay. It's not that bad. I can easily fix that. I can fix it. So we're just going to go through. Yeah. I'll try not to drop it. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put it after it's painted. Alright. So we got another bit. This is his neck. So this is where his head will be. Very cool. Very nice. The cleaning doesn't seem to be too bad. This one is pretty nasty mold line, but not that bad. It's strange that this one wasn't wrapped. Here's part of his tail. And here's the tip, the end of his tail here. I'll try to get some space down at Phoenix Games to show it off when it's done. Or I will make space in one of the cabinets to show it off. Alright, the last of the big wrapped bubble wrap pieces. Alright, so this... Alright, this is another piece of his tail. So this connects to the body. Got some gashes here. Very cool. Whole lot of resin. This is all resin. So we'll start opening up the little boxes. Whoops. There's Bilbo. One of his feet. So size comparison of his foot is bigger than Bilbo. Look at that. That's crazy. And Bilbo's, you know, thumb. Yeah, it's big. There's some spiky bits. And even more spikes. And more spikes. And look. More spikes. Oh my goodness, this guy's going to take me a while. That's not gonna work. We'll just leave Bilbo alone. Alright, so we'll go on to the other side. Here's all those feet. Yeah. I know he's known as Smaug the Golden, but he is got a bit of a red tint to him. Some of the pictures, and especially how they, in the film, compared to the paint scheme on the box and on the website, they made them too red, I think. Let's put them all back all together. On to the next part. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll have to look at his belly and see if they sculpted some coins on him. Because I know in the movie when he was they had that part where he was walking over the dwarves, coins were dropping from him. So they did have that in there. Alright, so this is the base for Bilbo, if we want him on a separate base. Here's his snout. There's his lower jaw. That's just crazy detail. So yes, this will take me a while. And I'll probably be taking breaks on the streams Tuesdays and Thursdays to work on other small projects. It fried a bunch of animators' PCs. Okay. Alright, so this is the headpiece for him. So there's the jaw, the snout, and the headpiece. So cool. I'm so excited. I've had this for a while and I just haven't opened it till now. So this is the first unboxing of it. So I'm very excited to get started on this guy. When Kyle and we ordered it at the same time, I believe it was around February or March of this year when we ordered it, and kind of half jokingly said, okay, let's do a competition. We have till the end of the year to assemble and paint him up. He doesn't have to be, tournament or competition paint job, but just have it completed, be able to play it painted. And he started working on it shortly after we got it, and I've been putting it off doing other things, but now I'm going to start on it. Yeah. Alright, so here's the pillars. There's one. Show the mold release on here. Oh wow. There's a lot of mold release on that. On this part. A leg. Jeez, look at that. It's about the size of my hand. And the other leg. Alright. You know what? I'll just go ahead and start with these pieces. Let's just do that. I'm going to show you the bots of all the other good pieces here. No, it's not going to show. Anyways, I tried. Alright. So for this stream, I'm just trying to start taking it one piece at a time, cleaning it up. I'm not going to show on the stream me cleaning with the toothbrush and soapy water. I'll do that tomorrow, and we can start assembling if I still got pieces to put together. If I have pieces ready to put together. So we'll do that tomorrow. Alright, so I got my tools here. Got a knife, hobby knife, the sharp blade, some clippers, a couple different ones here, and then some needle files. So I'm going to take my heavy duty clippers here and start clipping off this bit. This is where in the mold the resin goes in. The runners, I think is what they're called. So I think now I'll go ahead and bring the camera back down. Hold on one second. All right. That works. Okay. So when clipping off pieces, you want to use clippers that got kind of a side, they're side cutters. You don't want to use wire cutters, because the wire cutters will really pinch them and you might damage the pieces that you're working on. So looking at this leg, we have a pin here, part right there, that's for the feet. This part right here we're not going to worry about. So what you do with that flat end, just put it flat up against the model itself and just gently snip. There we go. I'm going to put my finger over it, over that bit, so it doesn't fly off and hit me in the face, which will probably be very funny. Or fly across the room. Okay. Yeah, I know you'd laugh. I think Kyle was doing it at the store and it flew across the room and then almost hit Austin. That would have been really funny to see. Alright. Bit of resin. So, alright. So now we get that bit off. I'm going to come in here and just clean off the model. Usually with molds, they're kind of sandwiched, you know, the two halves, and where it joins up, butts up like that, you'll get a mold line from the plastic coming through. This piece right here, I do not see it. It looks like a really good, there's a little bit right there, but it's not that bad. So I'm just going to take my file and just gently move it across the area to smooth it out. I need to be careful because he has all these little spikes. Oh, you primed it already? Very cool. Hopefully this video will help you and get you up and going to get it started and work on it. It's going to be a fun project. So I need to be careful of these little spikes that I don't cut those off. Detective Gamer, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's usually what it is. There's other projects, so that's why I'm going to slowly work on this one while I'm doing other ones. What are you working on right now? Yeah, this guy is pretty clean. Very nice. Now, is that a model car that took you 18 months? Or a real car? Okay. I'm not sure what that... Yep, that's some flash. Yeah, they're releasing, I believe, the Warlord Titan for the Adeptus Titanicus. Isn't that coming out soon? Where it's much smaller. Which probably be easier than painting with a big Forge World one. But like I said, this is my first Forge World type model, or working with the resin. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. I did a Skaven Vermin Lord about a year ago. Yeah, that could be a problem, and also a joy. I'd love to live near Warhammer World. But I think I'd be there way too much than I should. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to start on the other leg. Let's do the same thing. So it's kind of hard to see with this gray resin mold lines. Yeah, that's true. I can feel the mold release on here. It's all right. So here we have some mold line. Hopefully this comes out on the camera, but you can see that ledge right there. I'll just bring in the file over and you can feel it. Yes, I'm close to 30 years in the hobby myself. Okay, I started 1992, 1993, so whatever that is to now. I'm going to use some straight with the knife here. Sorry if that gets too loud. I'm doing it right by the microphone. Yeah, praise to the Duncan. And of course Peachy too. Chris Peachy's he would be a fun guy to hang out with and just chat. Yeah. Yeah, I started with my brother introduced me into the hobby with the Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition set, the one with the High Elves and the Night Goblins. And I thought, oh, that's really cool, because before that I was already painting models that I found that were used for Dungeons and Dragons, and I was just collecting the models, painting them up. Didn't really know what I was doing. I was using Tester's enamel paints because that's what we had in the house. My dad and my brothers, they used to paint model airplanes. So I thought that's what I used. It took me a while before I could figure out that the acrylics paints that we use now work much better. So my brother showed me the starter set for the 4th edition book. Just cleaning off this mold line here. And I thought that was the coolest thing. But I didn't care for the High Elves or the Night Goblins in the set. And I looked in the rule book and I saw the undead, all the skeletons. I'm like, oh, that's the army. That's the one. And I've been hooked ever since. Very cool. Yeah, I wanted to get some RC models and some railroad modeling with my son. He likes the trains. We got him a set. It's an old set that my wife's dad had. And we need to upgrade from that. It's an old set. I think he had it since he was a kid, so it's very old. Railroad's the Deep Dark Hole and not Games Workshop? I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm sure storing a railroad set, the table and everything. That's what I liked about early days of tabletop gaming. The terrain it reminded me of the railroad terrain, where you make it yourself. Now you can just buy a set. Oh, I'm sure, yeah. GW is the tabletop equivalent to railroading, I think. This bit here with the scales, that mold line is kind of a pain. It's one of those mold lines that no matter what you do, it just doesn't go away. Mold line was a pain. Might have to come back and do some more work on it. But pretty good. We'll move on to the next piece. So we'll start on the columns. I didn't get a good clean cut, so let's just shave that off. Not too concerned with it being, this is where it glues to the base. I just want to make sure it's flat. Doesn't need to be completely smooth. And to be honest, I think this will be the easiest piece to paint. The pillars and the gray stonework. It's got some gold on it. Alright, that piece is done. That was an easy one. Alright, so we'll clean out the flash areas, smooth this out. Is that your dad that used to tell all the kinds of stories? Yeah. Use it fits. Oh, your grandfather. Okay. Was he in World War II? In the Navy? Oh, okay. My dad, he was in the Navy. He was a radio man stationed in Australia during World War II. Would be 16 at the time. I think he was 16. He didn't really like to talk about it all that much. I just got kind of like the basic overview of what he did. Oh, cool. Yeah, the music tom, I have the links to the artists and down below to their Facebook page. A huge selection of music. The two artists, musicians, composers. There's just these ridges here, they have some material stuck in there, so I'm just trying to clean those out. This one's really grainy compared to the other ones. The material itself. Alright. Okay, so we'll just set those over to the side and grab the nut spots. Start working on these. It's the head. Working with pieces of the head. His teeth. How small those are. Oh my goodness. Some of the pieces on this I'm afraid it's just trying to snap off as I'm handling it. All right. And just keep on trotting it on. Working through the pieces, getting them cleaned up. No, I'm not drinking the paint water. I don't have any paint water. It is tasty. Everyone jokes about putting your brush into your coffee mug or drinking your paint water. I did it once, maybe twice, and since then I keep my paint water on one side and my drinks on the other, so I know where they're at. So I'll clean off these little supports here. Don't want to break them off because you take the chance of breaking a part of the model. They're thin, so I'm just quickly clipping them off. But I will say this, there's not a whole lot of mold lines on here, which is really nice. That Vermin Lord didn't have any, if I recall. So here on this under the tongue. Make sure I don't break off any of his teeth. That would not be good. Actually, I'm going to get in there with the knife. Clean that bit out. There we go. That's the purple, like purple Kool-Aid, the grape Kool-Aid. Depends on the paint, what tastes good and what doesn't. I'm just looking it over, seeing where there are any areas I need to file. It's usually where the connectors are. But overall, I'm very impressed with the sculpture on this. Very cool. Right here in his jaw, he's got some battle damage, scars. Very cool. Alright, so move on to that piece. I got his snout. I'm just putting the flat end up to where I want to clip it. Like so. Who's ready for the return of Gorka Morka for the Orcs in October? The Speed Freaks game? That looks really fun. I always liked the idea of Gorka Morka. I never got a chance to get into it. But that looks really cool. Those trucks, those bikes look really neat. Fun to paint up. I've always wanted to paint them up. That actually might get me into playing some 40K. Yeah. You have to make choices. I'm really excited for the return of the Lord of the Rings game. The Middle Earth strategy battle game coming out this Saturday. I'm very excited. That's what's got me kind of wanting to do the Smaug model now, is because of that game coming back out. It's always been one of my favorite GW. Oh, you know what? I think that is supposed to be broken. I remember reading about that someone thought he should have that piece, but that he's actually supposed to have a broken horn. For a second, I was almost, oh my god, I broke it! it doesn't look all that, yeah, with Titanicus, it doesn't look all that interesting. It's the same, it's knights, but smaller. No real change. I wish they came out with Epic. And I hear that they're going to see how this, who knows if that's true. They're going to see how Titanicus plays out, if they want to bring back Epic or not. But I think Epic would be really cool because you have the variety of armies. I was talking to a customer at the store about that on Sunday. Yeah, there's only 2 different types of Titans, and then, excuse me, I believe they're going to be releasing the Warlord Titan this week. But yeah, it was a very small release of what came out with it. It was pricey too. The Warhound, that's it. Not the War Titan, the Warhound. Yeah, the sculpts, it just looks like they just shrunk down the regular ones for it. Just didn't do anything really different. At least that was my impression of it. Yeah, I kind of want to do that kill team also. I keep saying that. I don't want to get the big starter bots because I believe we had the conversation before, Thomas. You just need the rule book and then the data cards for whatever army you're using. So would it be better to have the data cards or the codex for the army that you're doing for a kill team? Oh yeah, I was going to get the used models, but the one that I would like to do is Tau, but all the used stuff they have for Tau, you know, I want the Pathfinders. Oh, okay. Is that Battle Scribe, is that off the GW site? I've heard of it, but I haven't looked at it. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Right now, I'm excited for the new Lord of the Rings game, Middle-earth game, and I also like Age of Sigmar. But it looks like Kill Team is not a big money sink. Alright, so we got those pieces done. Getting resin dust all over the place. So we'll work on the last piece here, all these other little bits. Spiky bits. Oh good, they got a on the sides of the bots. I can get that in the frame. Show you how to put it together. These didn't show off the claws. So I think these are his hands. This is one of his feet. And the other one, foot, not feet. As my daughter says, I can't English. Doing some cleanup here. Hold on a minute. All right. We'll start on this piece here. To be honest, I'm going to keep all these little spiky bits on this until I'm ready to assemble, so I don't lose any pieces. I'll clip these areas off. Maybe not. That is a really good support, so I'll just leave it the way it is and just clean it up. And when I'm ready to glue it on, I'll snip it off these. These ones are a little easy to clean up. I think for another one of my streams, I have a Gilliman model I'm painting on commission, so we'll do that on the stream too. About a month ago, I did a model, like a really large, a mountain troll in a day. It's roughly 14 hours from bots to finish. And I was posting it on Facebook and Twitter. That was really fun. That was a fun experiment. That was a very cool model, the mountain troll. So I'm going to try to do more of those little projects in a day. Either tomorrow or the next day, Thomas, I'm going to do a recording on skin tones, a little more in depth on it and show it, and I'll post that through my Patreon. So and we'll go from there. I'm trying to get some more videos with the same setup that I have here for streaming. Do recording through OBS. Make my streams a little kind of just real relaxed. Just I'm working on projects and come hang out with me. I also have that big Nurgle Chaos Lord, Mortarion, I think that's his name. The big old nasty Nurgle Space Marine for a commission. We'll do that on stream also. Excuse me. I think I'll do more of the do larger model projects on stream. Yeah. Be kind of cool to do one like a death head moth, like from Silence of the Lambs. That would be cool. I might just have to pick up one for myself and do that. The client is just very simple, similar to the studio. I could be really creative and make it like rainbow wings. I don't know if the client would like that or not. They'll just look at me, he's like, are you kidding? Change out his his sword and give him a lollipop. Make him yeah, I wish I had the streaming up for him. He was fun to paint. I learned a lot with that one. How, you know, what not to do. First one was not to assemble it all completely. Paint it in parts.
On your feet, you lazy mongrels.
Yeah, we'll give the lollipop to Gilliman. We'll put him up on a base where it's got a secret compartment with a little recording of We Are the Lollipop Gang. So every time he rolls really good dice, you just hit a button and says We Are the Lollipop Gang. I hear he is extremely overpowered. At least at the store, everyone complains about him. I remember being over at Fantasy Flight Games doing some hobby stuff at the table there when 8th edition dropped. And there was a couple guys behind me and they were looking in the book and looking at the indents for Gilliman, and they were just going off. It's like, he's too powerful, he's overpowered. Kind of just chuckled to myself. It's like, okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. Because he turned around and he saw that I was listening, and he started telling me all about it and showing it to me. Like, yeah, okay. I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay. Going in depth on how he plays. Like, knock him off the table. I'm sure some people would like to knock him off the table. Oh, he's broken. Can't play him anymore. Oh, yeah? What I hear is just like how terrible he is and overpowered. And people don't think that, you know, there are ways of taking care of these models. You just have to figure out, and that's the whole point of the game. It's not an easy button. You know, if there were easy buttons on how to do this and how to do that, the game would be boring. Are you there on Friday, the Friday night fights at Phoenix? Do you go there roughly every Friday to play? Were you at that tournament they had there last week, I believe? I heard it was pretty big. The team tournament. Ah, okay. Yeah, now that school started and stuff, it's hard for me to do anything during the week outside of the house. That's why I like to get together on the weekends and game. These look like almost like shark fins. Yeah, that team tournament. I knew some guys that don't normally go to Phoenix games that were going there for the first time for that tournament. They said they had a good time. That's good to hear. Yeah, same with this. I'm not going to cut these off the sprue bit Gives me a piece to hold on to while I'm cleaning it. Yeah, this is kind of like the boring stage, cleaning it all off. But thankfully, it's not a whole lot of mold lines. So yeah, I'll get the majority of these cleaned up on tonight's stream. And then what I don't get done tonight, I'll clean up tomorrow during the day. Wash them off, let them fully dry. And then on tomorrow night's stream, we'll start assembling. Some things I'm not going to show on the stream, like, you know, priming it. I don't think you want to see me prime the model. I have to figure out how I'm going to do the setup with the airbrush, with the camera, and the computer. Don't need to spray onto the computer. So that one's done. Fits which one? What do you want me to charge me for to fix what? Did you break something? Oh, no, I don't want to airbrush my computer. No, I don't want to do that. I haven't even paid for it. But we'll figure out something by next week when I get ready to do that. Yeah, the majority of this guy will be done with the airbrush, and then just go back with do the detail work with the brush. When I did those Melon Sorcery set with the airbrush, that was real fun. So after doing that, I was like, yeah, I'm ready to work on Smaug now. I think I'm comfortable with the airbrush. I have some other big models for Lord of the Rings that I want to do. The Mumok, the big elephant. I have a couple of those. I want to paint up real quick. Not quick, but I'll work on. Those are some great looking models too. That's why you hold on to the other piece. Well, I'll say this, I'm very glad that this isn't that hard to clean up. I was concerned about it. It would take me longer than it actually is. I have heard when you assemble this guy, some nasty gaps to fill, so but we'll do that on streaming too, so you get to see how I get fill in gaps with the putty. Some putty work, Thomas. So you'll be able to see that. It's not that hard, but it's one of those things it's best to see it done than trying to read about it. Alright. I spoke too soon about the mold lines. We're not going to see that down there. Sometimes it's just easier to use your fingernail to scrape if the material is soft enough. Alright, that's the back end of this. Like that. Oh, it goes like that. Okay. With some models that have strange ways of putting it together. I always wonders like, how did the heck did you do that? Some models they have multiple parts that are really tiny, and I'm trying to assemble them. It's more challenging than it should. camera there. Let's see, make sure it's gonna be clean. Do a quick dry fit, see if it fits alright. Yep. Alright, so now we're going to work on his hands. I'll cut these pieces off and clean them up, but I'll keep the fingers here left on the bar, on the runner, what do we call it? This bit. We'll just call it that. The nail doesn't look as sharp on this one, so I'm just gonna file a little bit more and make it a little bit sharper instead of a dull claw. Where I clipped it off of the frame, so I need to smooth that out. Alright. I'm wondering if I should. Yeah, it won't take long to do this. Alright, so work on Bilbo. Clean him up real quick. look at the base here. I think he sits at that one. Oh, okay. So they have a little base for them. I think you can just go ahead and attach them onto the base here, which I'm going to do. I don't need them on a separate base. I have another Bilbo model that I can use. And this guy, I don't think I want to use him in any games. It'll just be a display piece. Just don't want to take the chance of anything happening to it. And the paint job I want to do on this, on Smaug, I do want to make it look good, so I kind of want to do it the best of my ability. Really push myself on painting it so it looks nice. So tiny. So I was thinking of getting a just a regular dragon, regular size, not as big as this one, and practice the paint scheme that I got mine on it, because this model you kind of don't want to mess up. That's why I've been so hesitant on starting on them. So I'll do probably a couple smaller dragons, test out how I want to do it. At least that's the idea, the plan. But I'll probably just not even do that and just go dive right in and start painting it up. Alright, so I got about 23 more minutes left. Just go ahead and keep working on things. Work on the base real quick. Tight. Alright, so we'll do it this way. Best as possible. Yeah, these are a little bit whiter. This guy's a pain in the butt. Yeah, might as well. That was taking a risk. But I I got it. It was just because it was hard to reach because there's this big flat piece there. Almost need a Dremel too. The weight on this. There we go. Got it. Yeah, mine too. And that's just the bottom of it. Messed it up right there. I messed it up. That's okay. That's easy to fix. It's just a strange way of that little bit for this whole piece. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and bring out the camera for these bigger pieces. Hold on 1 second. Still in focus. Looks like it. Alright. So we're going to take the file. I need the cover still. Some shaving on it. There we go. I think what I'll do is I'll put a piece of felt on this. That I can easily fix with some putty. I'm not too worried about it. Alright. So just looking over on the pots and stuff, there's some runners off of it, just to clean those up. dwarf helmet here. The Arkenstone is modeled onto this. And I've seen the picture where they show it there, where it's at. But at the moment, I can't find it. Well, looks like some potholes. Just little small air bubbles in here. But not a whole lot. You'll have to look at the box where they got the Arkenstone. I don't see it on here. Shields, and there's armor. Yeah, just on some of these, the pots. We got some runner supports on them that just need to be trimmed off. But other than that, except for clipping off those bits, this is pretty clean. I don't see anything on there. A little bit of mold here. Spot. Part of the mold. Alright, so that part's done. Alright, I got about 14 more minutes. Okay, so I'll just keep going through. Clippers. That seems to work better. I think these are getting old. Alright. Ooh, nasty. Nasty bit of mold. Yep, mold shift here. There's like an overhang of the plastic right in here too. Yeah, just some parts where it looked like the mold shifted. So you got kind of like an overhang. The problem with that is you file that off and you're going to file off some of the detail. So I'm just trying to do a little bit of scraping. There we go. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Fingernails on the chalkboard. Sorry. So I'm just using my hobby knife to clean off that edge. Problem is losing some detail. But that should be easy to fix with some modeling putty. Make sure the model doesn't slip and I cut myself. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see it, but scraping's not really working, so I'll try to shave it off. Screw it, we'll just use a file. It'll be easier. Overall, it is pretty durable. I mean, this little bit got a little give, but it's pretty durable. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go in there with the putty and add the detail back on there. It's not that hard. It won't be that hard to do. You can really see that smooth right in here. But we're getting rid of that mold line there. Some model companies, when they do the molding, excuse me, you have the mold lines in strange areas, especially like over detail, like on the face, and it's crazy. And you ruin, you know, to clean up that mold line, you ruin the model's face. Some people just leave, if it's like across the face, mostly people will just leave it there, make it, paint it like a scar. Alright, got about less than 10 minutes left on the stream. Want to thank you all. Thank you guys for coming in, guys and gals, and hanging out, watching me clean up a resin model. Hopefully it wasn't too boring for you. Tomorrow's stream will be a little bit better. I'll get to actually assemble it, put it together. And we'll chat some more. So that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat place. So 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, and we'll do the actual assembly of this guy. Get them all put together. Maybe get some putty work, depending on the time, which I won't promise. We'll probably get, I mean, within the 2 hours, I got, let's see here, I just started on the main body, got all the other little bits. These pieces and the base within the 2 hours cleaning up. So tomorrow, I don't think I would be getting to putty work. Save that for following Tuesday. On the tail here. I'm not sure. I think that right there is some online too. I hate doing this because I'm losing detail. Alright. Still got a few more minutes, so we'll just keep working on this. Like I said, we'll do some actual assembly work on this guy, on Smaug, old Smaug, tomorrow at 7 to 9 Central Standard Time. So I'll be sure to stop by and watch the progress, hang out, do some chatting, talk about what projects you're working on or want to work on. And like I was saying before, if you do have this model or are thinking about purchasing it, it is a beautiful model. And I'm looking forward to getting some paint on this guy. And hopefully that should be next Thursday. So, in about a week. But I'm only going to be doing streaming starting tomorrow. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Twitch Tuesdays and Thursdays. 7 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Alright. I think I'm going to end it right there. So, that's done. I think I've rambled on enough. Alright. So, it looks like I still got a few more people in here. So once again, I want to thank you for joining me tonight and hope to see you tomorrow night. So, good night. Take care. Bye-bye.